I wasn't really planning on making a video today, but since I did bring my camera and my tripod and both the tools that I was planning to make a video of in the near future, I thought to myself, like, might as well make a small first look video of sorts. So today, as the title says, we're gonna take a first look at my first two axes made by Anika Custom Axes from Russia. So the first one, let's start with the smaller one, and the one that I do like the most out of the two, but they are really different designs. But the first one is this one, the Anika Custom CAMFISH nut. So this is not your ordinary axe. Quite different. I've never really seen any axe like this. So I got this one, I got this one on what is the English saying of sorts, like, for win or loss, something like that you say in Swedish. But I was intrigued by the design, and when I unpacked it, unboxed it and held it in hand, I felt like, oh boy, this is gonna make it in my top 5, probably number 1 in ergos. But let's unsheath this axe and take a closer look at it. So opening it up. Hold on, give me 1 second, I need to call back my dog here, I think, before he wanders away way too far. Bolt. Yes, smells really good. Smells of boiled linseed oil. So opening this one, you see I'm not quite sure you can see it, but there is the Anika marking here on the leather. I'm not sure how visible that is, to be honest, but it doesn't really matter too much. So we unsheath the axe like that, and this is what it will look like. So let's start off by talking ergos here, because the ergos on this one, you can go with a 2-finger grip here, 2 finger above, 2 down, like this, for a really firm, steady grip. But you can also go with just 1 finger here and the rest of them beneath, and taking this finger, pressing down a bit, so it is super secure in hand as well. So this is, both these grips work for me. I think I'm gonna go with this grip most of the time because it is a slightly more comfortable grip. But doing fine work, slicing, food prep, carving, making feather sticks, etc. This is the grip I'm gonna use. If I wanna go with some chopping or splitting, I'm gonna move my hand down and go like maybe a high grip like this, which works really, this is a really comfortable grip as well for feather sticking, slicing, etc. You do not have to go with this grip. This grip works absolutely excellent as well. This is super comfortable, but if you want to go like this as well, then this is also a really comfortable grip. And if you want to go with this grip, well, then you are just strange, but it is actually comfortable as well. But 2 finger, 1 finger, high grip, like a choke up grip, and then the low grip here using the flared end of the handle. So I will say that out of all the axes I own, out of all the makers I own, and by now I have quite a few makers and axes from those makers, but this is undoubtedly the most comfortable axe out of them all. I'm not saying it is the most useful axe or the best axe, but it does have the absolute best ergonomics of them all. That is what I'm saying. So the steel here, I actually didn't read up on the steel. I was kind of thinking that they are maybe using the same steel as all the axes made by Phenax. I mean, Anika Custom is like a semi-part of Phenax axes, and by now you also know that I like the axes from Phenax a lot. I think it is my favorite axe maker in terms of, you know, variety of models and you know, quality, ergonomics in general, etc. But I'm gonna have to get back to you with the specs here for the steel. I'm gonna try to include all the specs in the beginning of this video, and then we can focus here on the axe itself. The handle material here is not your typical, you know, ash handle or hickory handle or beech handle or anything like that. This is actually walnut. So my first axe with a walnut handle at that. So this is, like I said, the CAMFISH nut made by Anika Customs. One hell of a small little axe here. I kind of wish I would have gotten a second one because it's almost too nice to use. But since I only have one, I'm gonna have to use it. And I think it is currently sold out, to be completely honest. But boy, do I like this small axe. The true definition of functional art, I'd say. Incredible craftsmanship, you know, all the details, everything. I mean, it's pretty spectacular. Quite spectacular. So that is the CAMFISH nut. Let's take a look at the other axe I brought with me, which is also a Anika Custom, but quite different. So here we have the next one. It is slightly larger. Can't really zoom out of the camera because it's as zoomed out as it gets. But let's focus here on the details, and then we can, you know, move the camera back a bit and take a look at, you know, try to fit it, you know, completely in the camera here. So this is the Phenax made by Anika Custom. This is the regular Phenax. There's also one called the strengthened Phenax. The strengthened one is, you know, just a more reinforced version, probably a longer, what's this called in English? Like a steel collar of sorts, and maybe some, you know, beefier, just, you know, beefier reinforcements, I'd say. So let's talk a little about this one. Here we have a ash handle, but this is not your typical axe handle or your typical Phenax handle at that. Not only by the, you know, the kind of special design here, as can be seen, which is actually quite, you know, it actually works quite well. But this one is made out of 3 separate pieces of wood, laminated or glued together. At first I was like, is there a crack going here or a crack here? Because I could feel, you know, the slightest, oh, what's it called? Like, not a gap in any way, but, you know, just that it wasn't completely, you know, flushed, so to say. So I took a closer look here at the bottom part here of the handle. Let's see if we can get it in the camera to focus. You can actually see that there are one layer of wood here, one layer of wood here, and then there are another one here as well. So this is pretty special. I didn't realize this when I bought it, and you know, from the get-go. But it is made of different, you know, pieces of wood. And looking at the head as well. Let's see if we can get it in here. You can see that, I mean, it is a cross wedge, of course, but you can also see the different tree types, you know, like the outer part here, and then you have the cross wedge here as well. So it is pretty special. And now you also get a glimpse here of the design and the profile here of the head, which is also quite different. Let's take a look here at the head. So we will remove the sheath, and here we have the head. Looks sort of like, you know, like an arrowhead when looked at it from this angle. And as you can see, it's also like upswept here. So this is Bolt, are you doing all right? Maybe you shouldn't eat so many twigs and sticks. So as you can see, it's quite a compact axe. It's not at all a lot of blade, you know, cutting edge length on this one. So it's quite compact. I mean, this is something that I would, it's still, you know, it's still a bit on the heavy side. It's probably around maybe like 1.5 kilos in overall weight. But, you know, a head this small, if we removed this part and then we cut the handle like here, it would have, you know, made a bit sense for a, you know, a smaller sized axe. But still, it would have been a heavy small axe due to the thickness and to the grind here. But it is a very different design, you know, a very different design altogether. I do not own any axe that is even, you know, like reminiscent to this design with the profiling of the head, with the reinforced neck here or collar, and with this specific handle design. So this is quite different. I was, you know, I should have read up on the specs a bit better maybe when I bought it, just so that I didn't get, you know, caught off guard. Because at first I was like, wow, this is, you know, really different. Is it gonna be useful? What will be the main purpose of an axe like this? I thought the cutting edge was in fact, you know, like at least a third longer, etc. But, you know, I've been playing around with it a bit. I'm gonna wrap it up here with some, not that it's necessary, and I know the handle is really, but it is my signum as always. I'm gonna wrap it up with some CCM cloth tape, etc., and I'm gonna put it to some different use, doing some, you know, maybe fell a tree with it, just to try. That's gonna be an interesting experience. I think this one will do really well at splitting logs or splitting wood pieces, and then we're gonna do some, you know, some other random stuff with it. But it is a very different axe, and I'm gonna have to get back to you with you know, with some additional input once I have some more real life practical experience with this particular design. But it is growing on me, I've got to say that. You know, I think it is a comfortable axe. It feels pretty good. It feels, you know, I like, you know, I was skeptical a bit to the handle design, but I felt like, you know, I want to try this handle design, see what it's all about. And I can you know, definitely see the advantages, or, you know, the qualities of this this type of handle design. But I'm still kind of curious about, you know, the performance of this axe for different tasks. But like, you know, splitting wood, absolutely it's gonna split wood, no doubt. But I wasn't really, you know, planning on having this one as a dedicated splitting axe of any kind. So, but it is a really nicely made axe. There is more to it than meets the eye, if I put it like that. So. I mean, it is a high quality tool. I just have to make sure it is the tool for me. But I'm gonna go put this one to some real work, and then I'm gonna make a new video with some additional you know, input on it. But a very interesting and well made axe, that is for sure. I just wanted to make some, you know, bonus footage of sorts with the CAMFISH, because I like it so much. It's just such an incredible piece of, you know, piece of axe, piece of tool. Incredible. I Look at this. This is a winner to me, definitely.